Hi, this is Manny with NotWaitingToLive.com. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to represent your own property insurance claim without a public adjuster. I'm going to cover the insurance claim process from a high level in 5 steps based on my own experience working as an office manager for a public adjusting firm. If you're watching this video, hopefully you've already taken the time to learn a little bit about what a public adjuster can do for you. In short, a public adjuster represents the insurance claim to the insurance company. They independently validate coverage, estimate the loss, negotiate the value with the insurance company, and collect the settlement. In exchange for their services, a public adjuster typically charges between 10 to 20% of the settlement. For a $100,000 settlement, their fee could be $10,000 or more. Because the fee is so significant, more and more people are taking the time to learn what's possible with their insurance claim. Can they do the work themselves? The short answer is yes. Based on the content in this video, you'll be ready to decide whether you want to represent your own insurance claim or go down the path of selecting a public adjuster. If you need more information about any of these steps, click on the article in the description below. On NotWaitingToLive.com, we cover each step in more detail. Feel free to reach out with any questions in the comments section, or if you need help finding a public adjuster, email me at manny@NotWaitingToLive.com.
Step 1 is to request your full insurance policy. What most clients think is their full insurance policy, more times than not, is simply the declarations page. The declarations page is a few pages that has the insurance info, policy limits, and deductible information. A full policy is 30 to 60 or more pages, and there are 4 distinct parts. The first part is the declarations page, followed by the insuring agreement, conditions, and exclusions. The insurance company knows the information you need to achieve a larger settlement is in the full policy, so they try to keep this full policy as invisible as possible. When you ask, more times than not, they're just going to send back over the declarations page. You'll have to ask a couple times, but sure enough, you will eventually receive your full policy. Step 2 is to validate coverage. There are 4 potential units in property insurance claims. The building, which is the structure itself, the contents, which are the possessions inside the structure, additional living expenses, which are the increased costs from alternative living arrangements, and business interruption, which is the loss of fair rental income generated by the property. The language in the policy can be intimidating at first, but you do not need a lawyer to make sense of coverage decisions in most claims. If you're not feeling confident about what is covered, start by asking the insurance company what they think is covered. Insurance companies usually make a coverage decision within a few weeks, but they can sometimes push back coverage decisions by months when claims are more complicated. If you're in a position where you don't know what is covered, or you can't be confident about what is covered, and you don't trust your insurance company, or maybe they're just taking months to reach a coverage decision, then it's time to look for help and look for a public adjuster. Step 3 is to estimate the loss for each unit that is relevant to your claim. The majority of the value a public adjuster brings to a claim is in the estimation phase. The good news is that many public adjusters simply contract the estimating work. If you're able to do something similar, you can effectively replace the majority of the value of a public adjuster. For the building portion, this is easier said than done because you need to find a contractor with the right experience and a contractor that's willing to put in the detail that the insurance company is going to require. They have to be focused on what was affected by the covered peril, as the insurance company's responsibility is only to return the insured to pre-loss condition. For the contents, the average person can do this task themselves with a simple Excel spreadsheet. List the items, their description with their make and model number, and then also the replacement cost value, which you can find online. This can be tedious work. And with serious insurance claims, it can be a health risk because there might be mold or smoke, chemical contaminants. Maybe you're in an unsafe structure. So if you were to sub out these tasks because of unsafe conditions, a public adjuster would be a good way to go. There's plenty to talk about for each of these units, and I've covered them all in more detail on the website. So just click the link in the video description and you can find out more information there. Step 4 is to negotiate the value of your insurance claim with the carrier. Your ability to negotiate with the insurance company is in direct proportion to your ability to walk away. In the case of an insurance claim, Your ability to walk away and not accept their offer is almost entirely dependent on your evidence of what is covered with policy language and the cost estimates to return to pre-loss condition. This, for the most part, is a black and white business. If you lay out facts, they're almost impossible to argue with, and when a public adjuster negotiates with the insurance company, the result is almost entirely a function of fact-based reasoning. Public adjusters are able to negotiate more effectively with the insurance company than the average policyholder simply because they're better at finding more facts, which increases settlement costs. Don't worry too much if you don't have a good relationship in the insurance industry. Just stick to the facts. If the building, contents, ALE, and business interruption facts are solid, you instantly become a good negotiator. The secret here is all in the preparation and your willingness to walk away. Remember, it's in the insurance company's best interest to offer the lowest acceptable settlement. So the fact that you're present and challenging them will keep them honest and puts you in a better position with or without a public adjuster. Step 5 is to collect a settlement. A property insurance claim is paid out in multiple checks. The first is the actual cash value check, which is paid out within the first few months. The actual cash value is the amount remaining after recoverable depreciation has been set aside. Recoverable depreciation is the amount withheld by the insurance company until repairs or a replacement is made. A policyholder typically has 1 to 2 years to make these repairs and replacements, and ultimately the choice is theirs. They do not have to make these changes, but they would forfeit recoverable depreciation. The amount of time this process takes really depends on the complexity of the claim and the actions and the decisions of the policyholder.